What's going on, world? It's your boy Boom, man. We're here back again for This Is 50, man. And today we got a very special guest. She's if you haven't heard of her, you're about to hear a lot of her because this show is amazing right now. She's an actress, choreographer, jack of all trades. To be honest with you, if you need help with your grammar, she got you with the English. You know. All right, man. We got actress Brandee Evans in here, and if you don't know who Brandee Evans is, she is the star of the new Starz show, PValley. How you doing today, Brandee?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm great. All right. Well, first things first, man. The show is a success right out the gate. Only one episode out right now, but I want to ask you, like, watching it on the day it aired from like a fan's point of view and just seeing all the fans' responses and stuff like that, how did it make you feel?
I feel good. I'm excited. I feel like the majority of all of our reviews and comments have been positive. So we're really glad to see, I know I'm especially glad to see that people are getting what we wanted out of it. Like, we wanted you to see beyond the bodies. We wanted you to see beyond the club and what's going on with these women and these men. So it seems like people are invested and they really want to know what's going on.
Definitely. And then, you got Rotten Tomato gave you guys 100%. Now, Rotten Tomato is like one of the most toughest critics in entertainment in general, man. What was that like, just 100%?
It's so funny. I was just looking at that a second ago. I'm still in shock. I'm not in shock because of the work, because listen, we worked our butts off and Katori Hall created magic. So I think this is very valid, and we're just glad to see critics such as Rotten Tomatoes see that and see beyond. I mean, this is a Black show, y'all. From the South, a lot of people aren't used to seeing this on TV. So to see that is just, it feels good, man. It feels good to be recognized. It feels good to be seen.
For sure. And then for everybody who doesn't know, Brandee plays the damn near show-stealing character, Mercedes. Now, if you don't know, she has her own day on the show called Mercedes Sundays. And so was that added into the script after you guys started filming, or was that in the script already?
No, Katori had that in there from the beginning. Mercedes Sundays is the thing. So, I don't know what all happened in the play that she did 10 years ago, but it seems like this has just been the thing, that it is Mercedes Sundays.
For sure. And then, everything goes down on Mercedes Sundays, especially Mercedes. Yep. But, you have obviously a choreographer background, but getting prepared for the role, even getting the role, but getting prepared for it, how did you prepare? Did you go like Katori did and go check out strip clubs all over the nation?
Yes, absolutely. You thought I was just going to jump up in there and not know nothing? So I had to get it all together. I went to clubs in Atlanta, all the ones in Atlanta, almost everyone in Atlanta, all the ones in Memphis, and I went to clubs in LA as well. And then our amazing choreographer, Jamaica Craft, she brought in the OG herself, So Spider. And so Spider came in and she did a 10-day boot camp with me, got me together with all these tricks. I feel like a true OG would do. Like, there was no 5, 6, 7, 8. It was, girl, watch me do it. Go up this pole, hold your legs, otherwise you're gonna bust your head. Like, I was like, I love that. And I'm a learner by watching too. So it was just great to watch Spider. And then Spider took me to the club too and walked me around. You seen episode 1? Yes. All right. So how I was walking around with Autumn, that was Spider walking around with me. Like, look at him. He ain't the one. Watch her go to the wrong man. That's the one right there. Just really schooling me on how it works. Behind the scenes footage from the real clubs. Spider was sending me all of that as well.
Sure. And then, like you said, Mercedes, the character, is a real enforcer, engaging person on the floor, and just in a personality. Like, what was it about you that attracted you the most to her character?
I felt like I was looking at myself. I am that person too. When it comes to my dance teams, I'm worse than Mercedes. I'm the Bobby Knight of dance, okay? So when I don't want you to mess up, I don't care if you're 5 years old, I will tell you, you suck, and I'll tell your mama too. So it is what it is. It's a competitive team. Don't put them on my team if you don't want the truth. So in that case, I was like, wait, she's just as tough as me. She's a PK, I'm a PK. So I understand that world. And then the fact that she has this toxic relationship with her mom, this like, she loves her, but then they got all this drama. I had the same thing happening with me with my mom growing up. So it just felt right. And then, I mean, let's just talk about the language or slanguage, as Katori likes to say. I get to talk like I'm at home, man. It was right. It was perfect.
Yeah, you said, like you said, you were a preacher's kid, and she's a preacher's kid on the show. Like, how much did you embody that into your character, going back from experiences and stuff? So, like, how did you interject that into your linguistics in the show?
All of it. Now, are you talking about the being the PK?
Yeah.
Being the PK was different still though, because I'm a member of the Church of Christ. So we don't use musical instruments. So that part is very different. We sing, but we sing all together in a cappella. So in that case, it was just remembering, like, my grandma is Kojic. So, you know, I know that world, but I've just, you know, I didn't grow up in that church, but I still know that world because I've seen grandmama at church and I've been and visited and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I see what's happening here.
No doubt, no doubt. And then being that, you know, like you said, you went and visited strip clubs. What was like your favorite strip club moment that you during like education?
I love Magic City. So what's funny is one of our girls on the show, her name is Chinette, and she's now retired from dancing. But I remember seeing her during the pilot when we went, and she was like holding on to the thing and like swinging, and I was like, ooh, I want her. And I remember at the time I was like, if we get, you know, all these extra doubles, I really want Chinette. She is so good. And then now Chinette is actually on the show, being one of our core girls, and she's so amazing. And we got the same birthday. So I love her, and I love all the tricks that she does. She's so athletic. So Magic City for sure. They put on a show. I literally Magic City Mondays. So you got Mercedes Sundays and Magic City Mondays.
Sure, for sure. And then another thing is, like you said, you've been around all the strip clubs and whatnot, man. What was your favorite stripper's name?
Ooh, I love Chinette. I don't really know what she went by in the club, but Chinette is my favorite that I've seen in person. That girl can put on a show.
For sure. Now, did that erase any stigmatism that you had going into it about strip club culture? Or?
Oh, yes. When you get to know these ladies, I found myself in the club like tipping them and getting lap dances. Like, girl, what you want to do? What y'all like? Like, what do you do after this? I know they was like, what is this girl doing? She look crazy. Asking me these questions. Girl, get this dance and leave me alone. And then I finally started telling people what I was doing, and they would talk to me. But absolutely, like, don't judge a book by its covers. These women are actresses. They are athletes, and you know, they make you feel like you're gonna go home with them, but please, they at home taking care of their kids or studying for school or doing whatever they got going on in their life.
For sure. And then judging from Mercedes' demeanor on the show, man, what did you do to prepare for each scene? Before each scene started, what did you do to get into that mode?
So many things. My acting coach, Tasha Smith, is one of my acting teachers. And so we write monologues. We have our substitutions, just so many things that she teaches us with our technique. We follow the book called The Power of the Actor, Ivana Chubbuck. So just all of the things that you find in the Power of the Actor book, just really breaking that down and trying to bring real life to it is what I did in every way. And in my real life experiences, you know, you got this thing with your mom. Let's think back to this moment when you had this situation with your mom and how you can bring that into play and make it real. For sure. And then what's something that you learned from the director, Katori Hall, that you take with you even after this camera stopped? Like, what's one thing of advice that she gave you that you take with you every day? Now, Katori is our showrunner. Now, you want me to tell you what I got from the directors or my showrunner?
Our showrunner, sorry about that. Yeah.
So Katori, I still remember the pilot and her whispering in my ear, don't lose weight. And it was just that feeling of knowing that I was good enough the way I am. I danced all over the world and toured with men and women, but it's always, I need to slim down. I've got this Coke bottle body, but on stage, I was thicker than the other girls a lot of times. So just knowing finally I'm a part of something where if you lose weight, you're fine. If you gain weight, you're fine. But she doesn't want you to try to change yourself. So that felt good to know that I'm going to go back. I'm going to work out now because I want to work out, not because I may lose my job or they might not think I look good on the screen, because they picked me, loving me in all of my curves.
For sure. And then, like you said, you had different directors other than, and as far as the showrunner, but which director did you like working with the most? I mean,
you can't do me like that.
It's only one episode. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta say Tasha Smith. You know, it's definitely Tasha, just because you got all the directors were amazing, but to have Tasha was my first teacher. She's the first acting class I ever stepped foot into. And to have that moment where now you're jumping into her being your director is priceless. You know, it was like, and it was too, like, I want to make her proud. So I want to show her that I took all of the things that she taught me and brought it to screen and to set, because that's what she was trying to teach me and prepare me for, was this moment. And for her to be able to be there and see it in episode 6 is just priceless.
Sure, for sure. And then on set, I mean, with the cast, you have a dynamic cast, like a very diverse and dynamic cast. But I want to know, who did you play off the most with?
Uncle Clifford. Uncle Clifford. I love Nico Anand. We talk every day. We probably gonna talk as soon as I hang up from this phone. Just that Uncle Clifford has been a part of it since the beginning. He actually had the role from the beginning when it was a play. So Uncle Clifford was like, just like Uncle Clifford on the show, that mentor, that that therapist, big brother, big sister when you need on PValley. But it's just amazing. I could always go to him. So if I ever had questions, I would go to Nico, you know, about it. And what I loved is he wouldn't tell you what happened in the play, because he wants you as an actor to be able to authentically find your way. But he would help you if you were like struggling, like, I just don't know how, you know, this feels, or how would that feel? And he wouldn't tell you, and he'd be like, well, what do you think she would feel? Or give you different scenarios to help you figure it out.
Sure. And then, like, the show is obviously, it really displays Black culture at its finest, even if it is at a strip club or whatnot. But it also, like you said yourself, they didn't want you to change your frame or lose weight or do anything different. So it's really body positive. So that's something that, did you realize that going in? Like, is that what attracted you to the script as well?
Yes, I knew when I first read it, I didn't even really pay attention to the nakedness of it or the body. I was so into the script itself, and I was like, I get to act. You know, I saw you're playing a stripper, so now, you know, I'm flipping through reading. I was scared, you know, oh my gosh, do I have this scene? Do I have that scene? And then I'm just like, okay, I ain't thinking about none of this. This is some good work right here. Like the work itself, the script is so good. And then we had Karina. So during the pilot, who was our episode 1 director, she actually told us, and it's on that Mercedes Sunday poster that they keep saying, Mercedes Last Dance, rather, that poster. I remember that was actually a screen test, and Karina took that picture herself. And I remember turning to the back and just being like, you know, I'm in a thong. I got to turn to the back, and who wants to turn to the back in a thong with all these people back here? But I remember Karina coming up to my ear, and she goes, I'm never going to shoot you the way that I don't want to shoot myself. And she was like, you trust that I am shooting you in the best light. And I love that picture, girl. Karina, girl, I done blew it up and made copies at home and everything. Thank you, because she was right. And it was like, because it's a woman, we got 8 female directors and women driven, then it wasn't just body. Like when I turned to the back, I thought, they about to get a big old shot of my booty. You know, like, what am I doing? My daddy gonna see this, you know? Yeah. And it's just beautiful. And even in the scene where it's some scenes that you're gonna see where they do scan to my butt, but I'm like, oh girl, it look good. You know, because I'm like, the way they shot me is just beautiful, like art, and the way they shot everyone.
Definitely. I mean, the way they shot it, it definitely had great. It was more about the tricks than the actual body part.
Because then with that first trick, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, okay, I got to do this first trick with my legs spread open, and the way it's shot, you got to look all in the camera to try to catch it. And then you like looking, you like, dang, it's over. Exactly. They're not here to show you that. They're trying to show you the athleticism of it and the tricks that these women are doing, not their body parts. So I love it.
Now, speaking of tricks, though, did you have a stunt double, or was it you doing all the tricks?
I did 98%. So the one where, you know, I first come out the gate and the legs go up and slam on the split, that's all me. The sit-ups on the pole is me. The ceiling is Spider. So Spider taught me all the tricks and stuff, but that one I can't do contractually. But you know I want to try it. You know, right. Around and get a pole and get the plan up in here.
All right, and then, man, what's one thing you want fans to watch the show to take from it, other than obviously the tricks, the lights, the glamour, the strippers, and everything? But it's like a real vulnerable side to the show that gets exposed as well. But what do you want fans to make sure they gravitate from the storyline moving forward?
I want them to see the story beyond the pole and beyond the dance, the bodies, but to not judge a book by its cover and to actually see what's going on in these women's lives, understand why Miss Mississippi's doing it, why Mercedes, Gidget, Uncle Clifford, everyone that's coming in and out of this club are doing what they're doing, and why, because that's what makes for a good show too. And keep watching, y'all. You can't stop at one and then be like, man, it's just all right. You know, it's just like stopping PValley. If you stop at episode 1, it's like stopping a movie in the very beginning. You don't know what's going to happen because this is a long 8-episode movie. You got to get all the way to the end. And then I bet you money you're going to start over and watch it again because you're going to miss something.
Now, it appears that you and Autumn Night are going to be, you know, tag team duo like it was in the first episode. I'm not giving too much away, but it looks like that. But what kind of a relationship do you guys have that helps bring the chemistry on screen?
Oh, I love Elarica. She's just so sweet. And then she's from London. And I want to move to London. So I'm always trying to steal her accent. I'm like, girl, teach me something. But in real life, Ella's just a really good person. And so it made it really funny on scenes when we would have these arguments and stuff. And then we'd be like, cut. And she's like, why are you so mean? And I'm just like, and I'm like, you know, I love you, girl. We just acting. But it's just like, we're really cool in real life. So it was really funny to have those moments where it's like, I got to be mean to her. She has to be scared because Ella ain't no punk. Like, let's just be very clear. Autumn Night is not Elarica. Elarica got some spice on her like Mercedes, like for real.
Facts. And then, man, you put a lot of preparation. You did a lot of time and work ethic into this role. And then to see the reviews of the final cut, and just even with you not this being like one of your minimum, this is not like you haven't had a long history of roles in Hollywood, like you said, but to be covered in Elle and all the other big name outlets, man, how does that make you feel? Just like
I just got chills. I'm still taking it in. I don't think it feels real. I told Shannon last night, Miss Mississippi, I said, girl, do you feel like it's Christmas a little bit? Like every morning you wake up to something new. And it's like, literally, I have to turn my phone on airplane mode now because I want to wait. I'm not like, what happened this fast? What happened? And it's always something good right now. And I'm so thankful. But it's literally like I'm waking up to Christmas every single day.
For sure. And then, another thing that people really don't discuss with PValley is that it's pretty much filling a void that was left by Power. Now, Power it was a very popular show. And even though they're doing spinoffs now, it's like, okay, what do we have in between time? And then it's like PValley had to perform to the same level.
Child had to. We were like, we can't come behind Power with no garbage, y'all. So, but we already knew with Katori's writing and what we were seeing on set, it was just like, if y'all just give us an opportunity, if you would just tune in, we know we got you if you'll just tune in. Because anybody that's talking crazy, I'm saying right now, you ain't even seen it yet. So you got to turn on your TV and watch it because you'll be pleasantly surprised. For
sure. And then, okay, so if you had to debate, which was the better show, Power or P-Valley? Which is the better show? You can't compare the two.
You cannot compare the two. There's enough room for Power and us. And
now, Power didn't start with 100% on Rotten Tomato, though.
Well.
100%. All right, okay, so let's dive back into Mercedes, the character. Man, going forward, what's something that you want to make sure people don't miss about Mercedes as a character, as a personality?
Her heart. So right now I think, and of course everything builds, y'all calm down, keep watching. So I think right now she might come across hard, but not really. If you go back and just watch a little bit, watch that scene, with her dance team, really think nobody's yelling at you that hard unless they care. Go back and look at that validation that she truly wants from her mama. How many of y'all want that validation from your mama too? So things like that. You're seeing yourself in Mercedes if you really pay attention. She just is a go-getter. She's a hustler. She's me. She's everything that I am as well.
For sure. And then another thing, what were you listening to get prepared for this role on set? I know you was listening to all the booty shaking music.
Yes. You know what? The Ape Shit. Ape Shit is what I would always play, and that's because in the pilot, I danced to that in the pilot episode, and so every time that comes, I don't care where I am, man. Okay, if Ape Shit come on, I'm flashed back into, because that was the moment that I feel like gave us this moment. You gave me this moment as really being Mercedes when I first got to dance as her, and it was Ape Shit.
Sure, and then along with the tricks and the glitz and the glamour, man, is also the music that comes with it. Watching the show, that first episode, what song did you like the most? What song was your favorite song off the first
Nobody
episode?
needs nobody. Hey, when I'm coming out of the church, that right there. Now, our intro song, though, let's just start there. The intro is everything to me, but every time Nobody Needs Nobody comes in episode 1, I'm like, yep. Because I remember playing that and like driving down the street in Memphis and that feeling, you know, some music you hear and you just have a memory that comes back. And that's how I feel about that.
Sure, and then along with the strip club culture, man, Memphis is also known for the food. Now, you was there for a minute, so tell us where the eat spots at.
Now listen, y'all about to judge me. I am low-key kind of a vegan. I say kind of because I do salmon. I sneak and have my salmon here and there. So I wasn't really doing it. My castmates were, you got to call Ella Rica because Ella can eat. Her and Shannon were out eating somewhere different every weekend probably, but I was actually trying to keep it healthy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, what about vegan spots? There's got to be vegan spots in Memphis.
Oh, yes. Well, I know, and then my trainer now won't let me, but Slutty Vegan, that was my spot. I love Slutty Vegan. And then there was this pizza spot. Dang, I wish I could remember the name of it. But it's the plant-based pizza. And then the plant-based princess, she's amazing. Dee Purnell, she actually has amazing food. So we would go over to Moods in Atlanta and get food from her on the weekends. And she made vegan soul food.
Sure. Well, obviously the vegan food is definitely working out, as we can see on in the final cut, of the show. Like obviously, so pretty much. Lastly, what would you say you want people to, not giving too much away? What is something that you want people to get ready for moving ahead in the season?
Episode 5. Episode 5. Get ready for episode 5. Child. It's a lot happening in episode 5. The end of 4 going into 5. That's what we need to be ready for.
Okay, that's great. And then lastly, what is your favorite line that Mercedes has? Your favorite line that you had to recite?
It's so many. Dang.
Mine was when she passed out the DJ talking about, you just gonna sabotage my set. Like that.
Yeah, well, I was so mad at DJ Never Scared. Shout out to Brandon. I was like, no, you didn't. Mine is later on in the scene, but so I can't tell you. Episode 5.
We got episode 5. All right. Well,
it's just 4 words. 4 words. You'll know exactly what they are.
For sure. All right, man, it was a blessing having you on this show.
Thank you.
Having you on this interview in this episode, man. If you guys don't know, make sure you go see PValley now. If you haven't, the first episode is out now. It's on Starz on Sundays at
8 p.m.
Okay. I mean,
y'all don't try to jump on episode 2 without seeing episode 1. All right, go back and watch 1 so you won't be confused. Okay.
For sure. And then if you have Starz, you can always watch it early, like everybody else. How it works out. But obviously, actually, being that this is 50, your favorite 50 Cent moment?
Oh, my favorite, the 50 Cent moment?
Yeah.
Well, shoot, I loved him on Power, so are we gonna go there?
You can go there, can't it?
We can go there. Probably when he got shot up, or whatever that was, when he was in the car and the Tariq was that whole moment. Yep, that right there.
Right when he had to go out his last scene?
Listen, sorry, 50, but you was on my nerves, okay? I was sick of Kane. I was tired of Kane.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Where can everybody find you at? Obviously, they can go. Obviously, social media is big and the show is big, so people gonna want to follow you just to see what you're doing on a regular basis. So let everybody know where they can follow you.
I am the real Brandee with 2 E's. My mama is extra, y'all. So put them 2 E's on the end, and then on Twitter, the real Brandee with an underscore. Somebody got my name. Get my name back, y'all. Okay.
All right, man. Hey, well, if you guys don't know, this is actress Brandee Evans. She plays Mercedes, and Mercedes Sundays is based on her. If anybody want to know what Mercedes Sundays is, make sure you check out PValley, and you'll see everything, the full experience, and get the full experience of what Mercedes Sundays is. And like I said, it's on Starz Sundays. Make sure you check it out. Brandee, it was a pleasure having you on here. Look forward to seeing you on the screen for the next 2 months after.
Yes, 7 more weeks. Here we go.
And I will gladly enjoy every minute of it. So, but thanks again for being on here. Thank you for being a great guest, for real.
Thank you for having me.
All right, everybody, we out of here. Peace.